Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I was kicking back in my favorite chair the other day, coffee in hand, when General Hospital came on and threw me for a loop again. These writers sure know how to keep an old fella like me glued to the screen. This week, they dropped Doctor. Liesl Obrecht right smack into Jocelyn Jack's jail cell. And let me tell you, it was one of those moments that made me sit up straight and smile. Poor Joss looked so bewildered sitting there on that worn-out sofa, staring at Obrecht, who was passed out cold right beside her. I felt for that young lady. She's already been through so much trouble, and now she's got this unexpected roommate, one of the toughest, sharpest women in all of Port Charles. It was quite the sight, I'll tell you that. What really pulled at my heartstrings is the whole situation with Obrecht and her son. Bless her heart, she still doesn't even know the truth. For the longest time, she's been talking to her late son, Nathan West. She loved that boy so much, and she's held on to his memory with everything she has. But it turns out she's been dealing with Cassius Faison all along, this grown man who's carrying some deep, painful issues with his mother. The way he's been playing games and keeping secrets just breaks my heart a little. I mean, here's a mother who would do anything for her children, locked up with a young girl who doesn't deserve any of this mess. Cassius has them both held there, and it feels so wrong. But that's what I love about Obrecht. She's a fighter. Even when she's weak and confused at first, you can see that fire in her eyes. She starts talking to her son, trying to reach him, trying to find that little spark of goodness that every mother hopes is still there in her child, no matter how far he's wandered. I was on the edge of my seat watching her work on him. She's got that old-fashioned mother strength, the kind that doesn't give up easy. Reminds me of my own mama back in the day, always believing the best in us, even when we messed up. Blood's thicker than water, like folks say around here, and a mother's love can be the most powerful force in the world. I kept rooting for her, whispering under my breath, "Come on, Liesl, you can get through to that boy. Make him see what he's doing." And Jocelyn being there too just adds another layer. Two strong women thrown together in that cell. One young and full of life, the other experienced and wise from all her years of fighting battles. I bet they'll end up supporting each other in ways nobody expects. That's what makes General Hospital so special. It's not just the wild twists and shocking surprises. It's the human stuff, the family struggles, the pain of secrets, the hope that love can still win out even in the darkest places. Going back a bit, I was surprised last week when Ross Cullum decided he didn't need Britt Westbourne anymore. Instead of chasing her all over, he turned his attention to Obrecht. That man's got his own troubles, but tossing Obrecht into this situation feels especially cruel. Now everything's building up in that cell, with the WSB agent demanding answers from someone, maybe Cullum, maybe Cassius. The tension is thick, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Watching this storyline, it makes me think about real life too. Families are complicated, aren't they? We love our kids with everything we have, but sometimes they go down paths that hurt us deeply. Still, a good mother never stops trying. Obrecht is showing that so clearly. I sure hope she manages to convince Cassius to let both her and Jocelyn go free. Those two ladies deserve to walk out of there and get back to their lives. Man, this show really knows how to mix the crazy drama with real heart. One minute I'm chuckling at the wild setups. The next I'm feeling all emotional about a mother's love and the pain of broken family bonds. It feels honest somehow, like looking at our own lives through a magnifying glass. I've been watching General Hospital for years, and stories like this are exactly why I keep coming back. If you're watching too, especially you ladies out there who've raised families and know what it means to fight for your loved ones, I'd love to hear what you think. Does Obrecht have a chance to reach her son, or is Cassius too far gone? Either way, I'll be right here next week, coffee in hand, ready for whatever comes next. This show sure keeps the heart young. I've been sitting here with my morning coffee, just turning this latest General Hospital episode over in my mind, and I can't stop smiling and shaking my head at the same time. These writers really know how to pull at your heartstrings. What really got me this week was watching Obrecht start to move her son Cassius's heart in ways I didn't expect. There she is, locked up in that cell with young Jocelyn, still a little groggy at first, but then that fire inside her lights up. She begins talking to him straight from the heart, like only a mother can. You could see the change in his face, that tough, cold exterior starting to crack just a little. I tell you, it warmed my old heart to watch it. A mother's love has a power like nothing else in this world. I kept thinking about my own mama. and how she could soften me up with just a few honest words, no matter how stubborn I was being. Jocelyn Jacks, bless her brave soul, has been fighting with everything she's got. She's a well-trained WSB agent, smart as a whip, and she's tried every trick and tactic she knows to reach Cassius and convince him to let her go free. That girl doesn't give up easy. She's tough and determined. But so far, nothing has broken through that wall he's built around himself, and that's where Obrecht comes in. I truly believe she might be one of the only people who can succeed where Joss has been struggling. There's something about the way a mama speaks to her child that cuts right through all the anger and pain. No amount of training can match that kind of bond. What puzzles me is why Cassius waited so long to reveal who he really is to his mother. All this time, he's been pretending to be Nathan West, her late son, and in doing so, he's built a real deep connection with Dr. Obrecht. She's poured her heart out to him, thinking she was talking to the boy she lost, and he let that relationship grow strong. You can tell it means something to him, even if he acts like it doesn't. Now that the truth is out, it's clear he's attached to her in his own complicated, messy way. But here's the thing that really tugs at me. Can he really keep that cold, uncaring face when his own mother, Liesel, is being held captive right there at Windermere? I don't think so. No man can stay completely heartless when the woman who gave him life is suffering because of his choices. I sat there watching and found myself rooting so hard for Obrecht. She's been through more than any woman should have to bear, yet she keeps fighting, not just for herself, but for Jocelyn too. Those two ladies together in that cell make quite a team. One is young, fiery, and full of fight. The other is older, wiser, and carrying the kind of love that can move mountains. I really do think Obrecht is the key that might help Joss get out of this dangerous mess safely. If anyone can touch Cassius's heart and make him see the harm he's causing, it's his mama. It makes me reflect on life outside the show, too. Families are never simple, are they? We raise our children with all the love in our hearts, and sometimes they still wander down dark roads that hurt everyone around them. But that mother-child bond, well, it's one of the strongest things God ever created. Like the old saying goes, blood's thicker than water, and a mother's prayers and words can reach places nothing else can. I hope with all my heart that Liesel keeps gently working on him, reminding him of the good that's still inside. At the end of the day, this storyline has me hooked more than ever. It's messy, emotional, and full of those real human struggles we all understand in one way or another. I'll be right here next week, coffee in hand, hoping for a turning point where love wins out over all the pain and secrets. General Hospital has a special way of reminding us that even in the darkest times, a mother's love can still light the way. What about you folks watching at home? Do you think Obrecht is going to be the one who finally gets through to Cassius and helps Jocelyn escape safely? I'm keeping my fingers crossed that she does. These characters feel like old friends now, and I can't wait to see what happens next.